My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're going to continue with the defect. Section 15, just a little bit of a de-rust kind of thing. Haven't been playing much Slay the Spire in my time off. Enemies in extra combats have 1 HP. Can I snipe 2 elites? 1... I can naturally get 1, but it is the Emerald Elite. And it's on a path that has 3 upgrades as well as 3 elites. It's a pretty good path. It's the best path available. It's not super optimistic, but it is a pretty good path. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Oh, good fight. Real tough, that one. Rip and Tear I usually take if I'm trying to push through elites early, so we'll take a single one. And then offer it for a full heal? No. Probably get rid of Strike, I guess. Mega upgraded to Strike with turning it into the other card. Hopefully we don't have another minion combat in the next space. That would be so unlucky. Glacier is just great. Whoop. Whoop. Hey, that's real good. Vajra started combat with 1 strength, so that affects our cards that hit multiple times. Lantern started combat with additional energy, as well as Sweeping Beam does AoE damage, so it benefits from Vajra as well. Not, you know, ridiculously impactfully, but it does benefit from it. I was really hoping that was going to hit the front line. That said, now I have lethal. Cool-headed? Probably not yet. I have a Glacier in the deck for a lot of our defense. So I think we're looking for offense right now. Maybe it's maybe it's Darkness. It could be Darkness. No, it's not Darkness. We want to go more aggressive than that, I think. So Zap and Dual Cast both being upgraded is incredibly important. Those becoming 0 cost is one of the first things I look to when I play this character. I mean, the difference between, you know, floating 1 mana, not being able to play it because you have no mana and being able to play it is impactful. It seems trivial, but it's very important. Right, we're not going to be able to perfect this, so that's just a bad hand. Probably going to be this fight long enough. I think I used the regen potion. Feels like I should still play Glacier, though. Defenses against so much. These hands. Alright. We're probably killing next turn. We're almost certainly killing next turn. Okay, so we do as much defense as we possibly can this turn. And then commit the murder. Bottle Flame, upon pick up, choose an attack card. Always put that in your opening hand. Ooh, Conceal. I don't know if we use that. But we will put the Rip and Tear in our opening hand. I don't really want any of those. Extremely sadly. So we front load a lot of our damage right now. It's just, we're also not really defending ourselves that well unless we have Glacier. Don't want to be as heavily reliant on that card as I currently am. Charge Battery is perfect then. Alright, Rip and Tear, especially because it's allowed in my opening hand. Let's get that upgrade. Really didn't want that target hit multiple times there. Just because it's going to make it difficult to kill anyone else this turn. And as a direct response to that, we just won't. Next time we have Sweeping Beam, as well as like a single strike kills the midliner for us. And so, exactly that happened. Zap. I mean, there's no real decision making that turn. Just play all of the cards. This deck is kind of queuing itself up to be very much like that. I did that so that I could get a kill on a target. This'll do it. Whew. Mummified hand. Whenever we play a power card, a random card in here costs 0 for the rest of the turn. Well, now we know what we pivot towards. Powers. To the point that I actually will take this Amplify extremely early. Sweeping Beam is going to be incredibly important. Next floor. Let me get my extra energy for next turn, just in case. Drawing Glacier plus 2 defense would be optimal. Nice. Still not enough to full protect us, but optimal nonetheless. This deck actually doesn't have that much damage. I think I might need to use a power potion to look for some damage. Ryan! Should have amplified it. It's the only time I would have been able to get use out of that. I'll tell you exactly what happened there is, in my brain, I was like, oh, Amplify is never useful for me in this deck, so therefore I never need to consider it. Dum 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 dum. I mean, being able to get the dual cast out on the right card is pretty good. That said, the enemy is going to fill my entire deck with burns, and the deck is actually relatively thin, so that's actually going to be a big problem for us. We've defended as best we can. Now we just have to try and not die. If only I amplified it. Oh, God. We could be in such a better position. On Rip and Tear. 16, 16, 32. We deal 7. The first hit actually hits us and then evokes the lightning and the enemy dies, so it's fine. We'll live. Just metering if I had to use my attack potion. Creative AI. So the goal of this game is now just use the creative AI. I'm gonna take Snecko. It gets me to the creative AI earlier. The goal of the game is now just creative AI and I guess also expensive cards. Expensive cards is the best thing, or rather is best in the defect just because of Meteor Strike rather, which not only pays for itself by reducing its own cost because it can only randomize between 0 and 3 and it's already a 5 cost card, but then it also pays for a bunch of other cards that you eventually want to play, so it's just really, really impactful. Now those 0 mana cards need to get the hell out of this deck. That is incredibly important and very relevant. Hey, that actually put another minion on ground. Neat. So the whole point of the creative AI deck is that the creative AI is going to generate cards into my hand that are their base cost, and then those are going to reduce the cost of other cards in hand. So if I have anything 0 or low cost, right, I just play that, and then I play out all my cheated cards, the ones that I don't really deserve. We will still be able to play a hell of a lot of things per turn. My God. Double Echo Form. Well, double up on Glacier. Why not? Double up on Defend. 63 block this turn. Just catch them. I also echo the first 3 cards I play each turn. Oh, let's echo Electrodynamics a couple times here. Seems good to me. Basically anything that isn't Sunder and stuff like that, it's probably just getting rid of. I don't want more strikes in my deck, right? So I don't do that. For us, what it adds are effectively just strikes. Add a power card to your deck, upgrade it. Yeah, I mean, we do just naturally want to add power cards to our deck as well, so you can take that. Stack Discharge is still pretty good. Especially because it attached to it is the ability to make something else cost less. Zap is pretty unimpactful at this point, but also the strikes are. Not awful. Not the worst it could be. That's the worst it could have been. Most important thing that I can get at this point, what would it be? Because I'm obviously immediately thinking of something along the lines of a bottle tornado so that I can put the most impactful card in my deck in my opening hand constantly. This is a real bad roll and it's still going to be fine. Ish. Whew. Consume. I think we can put a single copy of Consume in the deck pretty happily. Gonna generate a lot of orb slots with the creative AI going off, especially if I get multiple creative AIs out with the other card that allows me to do so. There aren't that many strikes or defense in this deck anymore, so I think at this point... that should have been a strike. Damn it. I think at this point I'll just remove a strike, and instead I'll remove a defend. Probably want to attack potion here. I mean, am I going to weaken all enemies? That's unlikely. Hopefully this hits static discharge. Doesn't. It's the least valuable card. The only card that doesn't benefit from that at all. Thanks, game. There's a lot of damage to suddenly take. Way too much. Alright, let's dual cast, defend, strike, consume Glacier. This will help us keep ourselves alive. Seems an important task to take care of. Charge battery. Yeah, then I just naturally play the powers. That turn could have been a lot worse. To the tune of dying. That's about as worse as it can get. Double amplify on the buffer, just because defense is the thing I'm most leery about at this point in time. We lose one buffer stack here. Hopefully not many more after. Sweeping Beam's totally fine in this position. Seems underwhelming, but if it accomplishes the task at hand, it'll have to be enough for us. Zap dual cast is a lot of damage right now. We can zap, dual cast. I was really hoping two of those would hit the same target. Oh well. Oh well. There's no way out of all of that. We ended up undefended. So I was happy to get the Echo Forms out. Not that they will matter at all, but nice to have them out, I guess. Matryoshka, the next two non-boss chests you open contain 2 relics, as well as... yeah, not so much. The Hello Worlds are innate, but... adding random common cards to our hand, is that good? It's kind of good. Because they get added to our hand at their base cost. Is it being innate good? I don't know about that one. More cards between me and my next creative AI. That's always the big killer for basically adding any card to this deck. There's another card between me and my creative AI. Do I want to take a charged battery? I think I do. Need a little bit more defense there. Especially because I do plan on going for this elite. I'm not backing out. Are you kidding me? I won't back down. Power potion first. Electrodynamics. We definitely consume... I think we amplify creative and hit the dynamics afterwards. Good. All right. Pretty much the best we could have done there. Now I'll Echo Form happily. Oh god. Now we lose. Do we? Double Glacier is fine. Yeah, that'll fully defend us. Then Static Discharge into Creative AI. We're fine. Yeah, we are fine. Double up on Echo Form, double up on Capacitor. Perfect. I'm very glad we got to push through this extra elite. I was pretty gung-ho about doing it. Double up on Storm. Double up on Storm. And then double up on Bias Cognition. It's pretty good. Pantograph at the start of boss combat, heal for 25 HP. And another Amplify seems like... If Creative AI is so important to the deck, and it is, then Amplify should be equally important, because I will have a power every hand after the first Creative AI is played. Sundial, every time you shuffle your draw pile, every 3 times rather, you shuffle your draw pile, gain 2 energy. We do that relatively commonly because we draw 2 hands and we've gone through 14 cards. Snecko-wise, extra draw is ridiculous. Sundial, as well as Singing Bowl, when adding cards to your deck, you may raise your max HP by 2 instead. Good relic. I will actually rest in this position, but I am also gonna immediately go for another elite. So you can call it dumb if you will, because it is. What was I trying to say? Doom and Gloom's pretty good here. I'm gonna Sweeping Beam, see if I get like a 0 or 1 cost power. No. No, I didn't, but totally fine with what I got. Dual cast kills the backliner right now, which is incredible. That plus consume and then zap, I think, is actually full defense. No, it's just short. That said, it's the best defense I was capable of generating that turn. It was still the correct play. So that's why, like, if I know something is still what I'm going to do anyway, even before counting it, I'm totally fine to just commit the action. Like, you know, regardless of what happens, that's still what I'm going to be doing, so... May as well just commit the action and see if it's enough. Like, a lot of the time, if I have no defense in hand, but I'm reaching for lethal, I'll just do it. Might work out, might not. Oxygen Periapt, whenever you obtain a curse, increase your max HP by 6, as well as buffer, which is incredibly important in this deck. Those amplifiers getting upgraded is actually going to be incredibly important eventually. Oh. Perfect. Just 4 first hits against me aren't going to do anything. Pretty incredible. There's no multi-hits unless I kill the Mystic first, so that means the Centurion's pretty much just locked out of doing anything to me here. Yep. Y'all are never going to hit me enough to actually make any impact here, especially if I keep generating all these random buffers. Wow. I guess I'll dual cast and then consume, zap, charge battery. I just got 1 powerful light to know about. Let's amplify creative AI as well. ridiculous, ridiculous block for us. And now we can amplify bias cognition. Still manage to full defend. Lose the echo form. Who needs it? Electrodynamics is... Ideally, Electrodynamics would have been hit by the cost reduction there, and then I would have been able to play it, but eh. I'm fine with what happened. Perfect. Just 1 HP left on you. As far as I'm concerned, that's still 1 HP. Got rid of it with 1 card. Defragment! Even though it's 1 cost, still incredibly important, especially pre-upgraded. Sadly didn't hit consume there. Oh well. Woo! Hit the front line at both times there as well. Neat. Very, very neat. Play the 0 cost first, because there's no ordering consideration there. Play the buffer after. Woo hoo hoo! Oh my god, I can't actually believe we also hit Glacier. We're only going to lose 1 buffer here. Neat. Okay, so we amplify bias cognition, and then we amplify defragment, and then we just play all of the rest of the cards that ever existed. I guess I'll consume. Maybe I'll do double hit there as well. Now my job is generate lightning, however you can. That'll do it. White noise. I mean, it doesn't really matter if I upgrade it or not. I'll go for the max HP here. Feeling a little low on HP. I'll start hitting these amplify upgrades. They're actually going to be really important. Very happy to have had one of those times where I get to call my shot as heavily as possible. Getting an extra energy next turn could be super impactful. Whereas getting a extra lightning orb out that turn probably wasn't. Alright. Enemy's about to take some stuff from my deck that I don't want taken. Oh. Damn it. I think we got all of those a little bit earlier. Alright. Amplify capacitor. And then buffer. And we can amplify static discharge. Alright, your turn. I almost want to take damage at this point, but I don't want to lose the perfect. I mean, there's no reason to care about losing the perfect here, but still. It's a nice little thing to aim for occasionally. It's a little bit of fun. Let me have it. Almost got to keep that buffer as well. Storm into loop. Consume is really important right now. Yeah, important enough to play for its base cost. Another double capacitor, always good to see it. Let's pop that. And the loop. And then we're like pretty well defended. For some reason, this all worked out really well for us. Funny that. Even the buffer was going to be completely fine there anyway. So it's not like we're actually in peril. You can see how incredibly impactful these amplifiers have been. And this is only with 2 creative AIs played. The creative AIs, need I remind you, can also generate creative AIs. Which can become real nutty. Oh look, creative AI generated creative AI. And another creative AI for the deck. Ooh, perfect. Yeah, you can no longer rest at rest sites, I think is the correct option here. Having an extra energy on top of Snecko is so good. Play a 2-cost and a 2-cost, or a 3-cost and a 1-cost. Oh, beautiful. Just opens up new avenues to spend your mana well. This path has an early shop and a late shop, so probably just 2 card removals on impactful cards in this mode. If I played that turn a little slower, I think I would have been able to preserve the buffer by forcing myself to be able to play every card in hand. So I should probably slow down just a little bit right now. So you lose 11 HP this turn. God, so many of those were natural costs that I was a little concerned that somehow something had stopped working. Perfect. And now I just need to generate a electrodynamics. No? Double Storm, double Biased Ignition. This is pretty close. You have to agree with the Snecko, right? At this point, you just have to. You can't not. Upgrade all cards. You can no longer heal. Is really rough. We don't have that many cards in the deck that we actually want to upgrade. We're about to remove 1 normality from the deck. We could try and Darkstone Periapt. You know what? I'm going to do it. So the Darkstone Periapt gave me 12 max HP from doing that. And now I get to remove 1 of the cards that I added. Very important I remove the other one as soon as possible, but I've got a lot of money out of it. Toolbox adds it to my hand, so it maintains its base cost, which for colorless cards is almost always 0. Not always, always. Almost always. It's just always with big bunny ears. Oh. Oh. Go for that. Thank you very much. Even hit the dual cast for the extra damage. Defragment, Glacier, and Biased Cognition. Just carefully choosing my cards so I don't take any damage this turn. Normality turns are going to be really annoying for a while here. No, don't need any of those, thank you. Do really want this late shop. Like, I set myself up for the ability to spend money at the early shop and the late shop. So if I play this and this first, I guarantee that this hits a 3-cost card, but that was dumb. Didn't need to play both of those. Ah. I thought that I was going to have enough to naturally play a 3-cost and have a 3-cost reduced, and that was going to be fine. But no, that wasn't how that worked out, because I'm dumb at the game. Unfortunately, I lose both of my buffers this turn. The turn before, I actually really need to have the buffers. Fine, I'll play out the rest of it. Thank you, second buffer, for being enough. What a garbage hand. Very glad we only ended up taking 1 damage here. Beam cell, defrag. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we need more defense in here. Thankfully, that killed the enemy on the first hit, but still. Another defragment. I'll take the Snecko oil because it's just draw 3 cards for us because we're already confused. It's Amplify Creative AI 100% of the time right now. And then the rest of it plays itself. Beautiful. 25 and 9, 24. Capacity consumed bias cognition. Should have gone. No! Should have gone for the draw first. The no is because I was going to use the strike to hit the dagger and then fire potion to prevent the incoming damage, but I batted. At least I didn't take as much damage as I possibly could have, but it's not a particularly great reward. I gotta remember, don't draw, Ryan. Just don't draw when you are a little infirm on the board. Still better defense move to just wait there. Oh, wow. Normality hard limited my turn there. Sad to see it. You gotta be sad to see it. And then I guess I just amplify upgraded buffer. Because it seems like that'll get it done. Ring Dodecahedron, each HP is full, gain energy at the start of each turn, and none of that's necessary. I'd love to rest here. I don't have the opportunity to, though, so. Let's hit the upgrade on the other amplify. Probably not necessary, but nice regardless. Complete garbage turn there. Okay. I think we just naturally get to play this whole hand. It's pretty exciting. Yeah, still not as much defense as I would have liked. Just a little bit short. Amplified double buffer? That doesn't work. Charge battery, buffer is actually the best play there. Just because of the normality. Nothing good about the rest of that turn. Hopefully we end up with some capacitors now. Nope. No capacitors. I don't want to fill my hand with LO World stuff. That Snecko form are obviously the two most impactful things there. Alright, 21. 21. Definitely amplify the capacitor. Probably looking to basically play every card we've ever seen right now. So, lose 14 HP this turn. Alright, end of the next turn, I just defend, end my turn. It's all good. Ugh, the enemies are getting real close to killing us, despite everything. Shuriken. Useless for us. Let's take the max HP and move on. Bottle Lightning upon pickup, choose a skill. Started combat that in your opening hand. No. I mean, I guess consume. Courier, the merchant restocks cards, relics, and potions. All prices decreased by 20%. Happy to take it because we've got the shop upcoming. This could be a problem. Double amplify on creative AI and buffer is pretty good. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna let the enemy make me vulnerable here. Capacitor has to be hit. Only that started a chain of playing all of ours. So now I play defend before the static discharge because I don't want defend to have its cost reduced because that wouldn't affect me, right? I play static discharge, it reduces the cost of defend, and then I still can't play defragment, so I just play defend first. This is what I was talking about earlier when I was like, I'm making some bad ordering considerations. That in particular is what I was referring to. Or is to what I was referring, rather. 39, yikes. It should just be Glacier, Defragment, Capacitor, I think, here. That normality is getting out of the deck in only 2 spaces time. We didn't plan to have that normality in the deck for all of this time, but... it's probably actually been less harsh than it could have. So we'll give it that credit. It's surprisingly not as screwing us as it could be. But it is screwing us, and I'm not into it. It's a pretty good block. The enemy using single large attacks is actually the best thing that can happen to me. This really sucks. It'd be lovely to double amplify the storms, wouldn't it? Oh, what a good time we'd have. Still had lethal, but still. Had lethal. That's... Hopefully this one doesn't kill me. That's all I need to die. Ugh. It's such a chore. I'll definitely consume... I probably actually want to get rid of Rip and Tear and Zap. When they're very, very high cost for what they do. Maybe even Amplify as well. We are very, very reliant on drawing some damage this turn. These daggers were always going to be the biggest problem for us. So I can withstand the entire enemy board right now. Ideally, I was going to kill a target there, but I guess that's fine. The dagger in the backline is actually the one that attacks last. I think I would have died if I didn't... Oh, no, wait, I had... Okay, I had the 4 buffers. That's right. Okay, I still saved myself a buffer there. Storm defragment charge battery? Or Glacier. That works too. I mean, it got its cost reduced, so... Easier. Can't even really amplify Storm this turn, damn it! So it's Storm, Loop, hope to hit Glacier. If I don't, then just play a defend, I think. Oh, I hit Glacier. Neat. All works out in the end. I can't rest before the boss, which is actually like my biggest concern right now. So... Can't heal before the boss, so I guess I want to buy... everything in the store? Right? Ideally, potions, looking for regen potions and stuff like that. None of those. Also get max HP from every combat before it. Hey, Toy Ornithopter. Whenever you use a potion, heal for 5 HP, as well as a capacitor naturally here. So we'll take Toy Ornithopter, take the capacitor. Loop is actually pretty good upgraded as well. Take Blood Vial, that's some HP for us. Take Ancient Artifacts, so now I have 5 decks in the final combat. That's pretty good, so I'm no longer going to throw away those. Bronze Scales, and yeah, no, it's the bottom of the barrel. Card removal on the Normality, obviously, that has to happen. Take the pre-upgraded Loop, and get out of there. These charged batteries are the most dire upgrades for us. Knew this one couldn't have been a combat. Reserved insects. Enemies in elite combats have 25% less HP. There are no more elites. I'll take that. Do I want to give this the possibility of pushing to the heart? If I go to the heart, I'm dead. I suspect if I go to the heart, there's no way I live. Alright. There's not really an impactful upgrade left in there anyway. I think I saved the Speed Potion and Ancient Artifact now for the final combat. So I either want to play 6 or 3 cards next turn. Yeah, 6 is not that difficult with this hand. Double creative, double buffer. I guess static, just get it out of the hand. Defend does nothing. Defend blocks me for less than Orichalcum. Hopefully we generate some more buffers here. Definitely going to go Defragment into Defragment. Heat Sinks will cycle us through our decks so quickly for the sake of Sundial. I probably ought to have done that earlier. Heat Sinks is a card that I've been avoiding like wholesale up until this point. I'm not even playing my creative AI, that's so bad. Yeah, it's a card I've been avoiding wholesale up until this point, just due to the fact that it could have facilitated drawing into Normality, which just kills me. Yeah, I should have doubled Amplify there. Oh, sorry, doubled the spells after Amplify, because I was only able to cast 4 cards that turn, but Time Eater is a soft end to your turn. So if you queue up 5 casts with like Amplify or Double Tap or something of that kind, all of them will actually still go off. So I only get to play 4 cards next turn, but the next turn the enemy is purging as well. So this is just 4 cards to set up. Those will do. I got 2 extra energy at the very end of the turn at the wrong time, but I don't think that's going to matter. Stop giving me high cost Echo Forms and high cost Amplifies, damn it. Amplify Machine Learning, draw way too many cards per turn, and then Amplify Creative AI. I just cast my full 12 this turn. Gives me the ability to cast a full 12 next turn as well. Oh, finally. Okay, Echo Form got 0 costed, so now I can amplify Echo Form. I'll just charge battery once here. Gives me 6 cards to play next turn. That's good. Double the Echo Form. Double the Amplify. Double the Capacitor. I just need some storms in this deck now. Storm me. Oh, storm number 1. Even more capacitance, despite the fact it's entirely unnecessary at this point in time. Yeah, I think that one's gonna do it. Alright, let's go to the heart. Don't really have much money to spend in this upcoming shop, unfortunately. Is there anything I would spend money on at this point? No. Not really. Like, I can't think of any potion I would take. The fragment's just a little high costed. Meteor Strike obviously was never coming with this. Yeah, I think just skip now. This is going to be a little bit of a problem. This fight is... This fight requires us to be a lot faster than we are, which is not good. Let's get rid of that and that. Because then I amplify Defragment and it reduces the cost of the entire hand perfectly. So that I know that I get full fulfillment out of all of this. Also, I get attack for 21 and generate 4 lightning orbs. And then 6. Generate 8 more lightning orbs. It's a pretty good turn. It's pretty good. Perfect. Okay, we had a really good opening there. Seems like a bunch of different things all worked out for us. Ow. Thankfully we had buffer up, but ow. Ah, now we're fine. Amplify Storm. Into another Amplified Storm. Into Amplify Electrodynamics. Warpaint, pumping up upgrade to random skills. Oh, White Noise. No, we're a Snecko deck. It's tempting, but we are a Snecko deck. Consume first, then amplify both Defragment and Static Discharge here. Throw out a Zap and a Rip and Tear. That'll all do. Now we're looking for buffer real quick. Not this turn, next turn. Damn it. Why did it turn up now that I've asked for it? We'll charge Battery Capacitor, and we're hoping the capacity hits Slimed, I guess. I take 1 more damage if I play Dual Cast. I don't want to risk that. I generate a lot of lightning this turn. That's good, at least. We're going to deal so much damage. But I take some as well. Just a fair bit. Yeah, it would have been nice to take a little less damage, because, like, all of this is just being wasted. Now's when I wanted buffer, by the way, video game. If you could have... You could have seen your way to giving that to me. And now, of course, we're delightfully in jeopardy, because none of that worked out the way that we wanted it to. It's okay, that's about par. Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna work out for us. We can double up on buffer. Never mind. Hang on, we've got a fighting chance here now. I'm actually gonna double up on Glacier, despite the fact that it's very expensive here. Then amplify a buffer, and whatever I reduce in cost after that, I'll play that out as well. Because the most important thing I can do this turn is make sure that I make it to next turn. Because we should just straight up have lethal then. Maybe defend first. And then... Neat. Yeah, that was actually way better of a fight than I thought it was going to be. The opening turn was a great setup for us, but then the next 2 turns we just didn't have the correct defense to actually pair against what was going on. So like buffer would have been useless if it only defended for 6 damage, which it would have if I played it on the second turn. But if I played it the turn after, it would have defended me for 60. So draw order is incredibly important in that final fight as well. For the moment though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you